This spring we were coming down here. How often, Steve?
Every other day.
Every other day we were coming here to clean out the beavers so that we could keep the level at a manageable level to save the rail trail from washing out. And we did that for several weeks. I would probably say, what, 6 weeks, Steve?
Yeah.
Probably 6 weeks.
You're going to be able to walk along the rail trail and see wetlands and wildlife all over the place.
We recognized the fact that we had to improve the rail trail over here because it was getting deteriorated very quickly. And then Lee, because he's a really great grant writer, says, wait a minute, let's have a joint grant. And that's where the ATV and Trails Committee got together to do this Beaver Deceiver on the Land Trust, among other things with the grant. We also have some money to improve parts of the rail trail.
I'll go
just above the scoop.
1/3 of the way up from the bottom. Just parallel the thing and
All right.
put staples in.
A narrow, easy to dam site is worth a great deal to beavers. So they'll always clog culverts. Society now has high quality flow devices. Killing beavers was the only alternative. You can't have clogged culverts. So for decades, it was really the only alternative, unfortunately. You kill the beavers and you leave a naked culvert behind. You're gonna have a clogged culvert again as soon as a new beaver arrives. Before you even know it, you're likely to have flood damage. So if you kill the beavers, then you're extirpating what might arguably be the most valuable species of all. Native species, a native keystone species from the general vicinity, from that ecosystem. So there's not much worse than that you can do if you want to manage healthy, productive native ecosystems. And what makes beavers a keystone species, even disproportionately valuable relative to most other species, is that they create, maintain, and improve wetlands. And wetlands are rare, for one thing. Now they're really rare because we've probably lost 75% of them to development in the United States. So they're extremely rare, which makes them even more valuable. So rarity is one reason they're important, but they're also enormously productive. In the spring, frogs and birds will be creating a magnificent chorus. And so it's just great. It has great spiritual value as well as amazing ecological value, tremendous hydrological value just for storing water, cleaning water. They're great sediment sinks to filter water, used by almost every species, but certainly by thousands of species. They have a very high density of life, really just pulse with life, certainly relative to upland habitats. So they're very, very important. I call this first fence a receiver fence because it prevents the beavers from directly clogging the culvert. But if you just had a fence there, they would build a big dam around it, and that's usually not what you want. And so a modern Beaver Deceiver always acts in conjunction with the pipe system. And so this initial fence receives the pipe system, and hence the name. And the fence on the upstream end of the pipe I call a filter, because I'm trying to filter water into the fence and then thereby into the pipe, and I'm trying to filter beavers and the debris they use for damming out. So this Beaver Deceiver is designed to encourage the beavers to dam up in front of it. And it's also meant to, once the water comes over that dam, then we don't want the beavers. We want to keep this trail dry, so this is essentially sneaking away from them, to a downstream area. So the Beaver Deceiver is accomplishing, two important goals in this case. Maine, you could save $10 million a year probably, at least in Maine, every year with these. It's just an amazing opportunity. And then a lot more wetlands, a lot healthier wetlands, and a lot more game animals, a lot more fur bearers. So tremendous opportunity to improve habitats for the consumptive users, hunters and trappers and fishermen. And then I've already noted, that just the amazing spiritual value and beauty and all it offers for everybody else, consumptive and non-consumptive in their outlook. When you have a healthy, beautiful wetland right beside the road or the trail is a perfect viewing platform. It's really the ideal place for a wetland, and especially one with beavers in it. They're fascinating places.